Stars forward Matt Duchene and defenseman Thomas Harley to take your questions. We have mics on both sides of the room. Ask you to raise your hand and wait for the mic. We'll start front right with Josh.
Matt, we don't know if Rupe's going to play tonight, but if he does, when he's healthy, what's the trickle down for the lineup when sort of everybody slots into their right positions?
Yeah, well, I think the depth of our team is our strength, and he goes out, you put a guy like Sagan at center. I mean, you don't really, it's flip one great piece out and put another great piece in. So obviously it adds to our depth, getting, that an elite player back, but I don't think it was a situation where our team game really dipped all that much, and that's not saying anything against Rupe, obviously. That's just speaking to the depth of our team, but getting him back will give us a boost if he's in.
Third row left, Mark.
Matt, Rupe kind of flies under the radar nationally. What have you seen from him being his teammate this year that you maybe didn't know about him before? What's impressed you about him?
Yeah, I think he definitely does fly under the radar. I think a lot of the, Western markets that happens with, especially. But no, he's an elite player. I mean, he does everything well. He's a horse out there. His skating ability is as good as anybody in the world, and kind of does everything you could ask. So he's a guy that helps drive our team, and adds obviously to that. He's a big part of that depth that we have.
Back row on the right.
Hey guys, for both of you, you're 5-1 so far in away games in this postseason. What have you learned about what this group loves most about the challenge of coming into buildings like this?
I mean, we've been the best road team in the league this past year. I think a lot of that has to do with our depth and the detail in our game. We don't beat ourselves. We play our systems real well. And, Otts is a big fan of playing in a away rink. He loves being the villain. I think a lot of us kind of embody that as well.
Second row left, Eric.
Thomas, what have you learned or picked up from a guy like Chris Tanev since he's arrived?
I mean, he's an unbelievable player. I didn't know how good he was before we got him, but he's so good with the puck too. I think is really underrated. As far as what I've learned, he's a great shot blocker. I think he gets himself in the way a lot, but he doesn't rely on it. He's got such a great stick and such great feet that it's kind of a last resort. But he's unbelievable at everything.
That same row, Mike.
Hey, Thomas. We're back in the place where the bubble was. How much did you build friendships there, and how much do those friendships continue right now?
The bubble was huge for me that way. I got to spend a lot of time with guys that I wouldn't normally get to. I got to know the Europeans. I got to know Miro and Roop and all these guys real well. It's just paying dividends now.
Anything else? Go back to Josh on the right.
Matt, just on Jake, I mean, what stood up to you about his demeanor and his calmness? I mean, like, not all goalies speak on game day today. He's in the room. Or, like what stands out about his personality that makes him able to do what he does?
You asked about Jake, sorry? That mic isn't super clear. No, I mean, he's kind of got that disposition of, like, he's intense, but he's also relaxed at the same time. It's kind of, he walks that kind of line of that goalies need, because if you're too on the gas and too intense, I mean, when you let in a bad goal, you're not going to forget about it. You're not going to move past it. You don't have a great game. He has that ability to, like, be dialed in, but also be extremely calm back there. And I think when he's on his game, that calmness and that presence that he has back there as, a forward or, a D-man, as a skater, I mean, you feel like you can kind of go do your thing out there, and that if you make a mistake, he's got your back. So that loosens you up a little bit, and all great goalies have that ability to do that. And I've been fortunate in the last few years to play with some really elite goalies, with Bobrovsky and UC Saros and Pecorine and Otter's right there with those guys in terms of that presence that they have back there.
All good? All right, thanks, guys.